Hey guys, it's Linnea from Sparkly Creations, and today I'm going to be creating a card using one of the Studio Calico October add-on stamp sets. This is just the Snowman stamp set. Today I'm going to be using these little hanging bulbs to make like an ornament is going to be what I'm going to be making. Then I'm going to take my sentiment from the Mama Elephants. Believe in the Magic is this stamp set. I'm just going to be doing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And so I'm going to be doing 3 cards. I'm going to be doing like a spin-off of this card that I just made a little bit ago. So we're going to do 3 cards that are a little more simple. So I have my card bases cut to standard A2 size. Then I have a mat that is just an 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it's just going to mat with just a teeny tiny little white border. And this is just some silver paper. I think I got it from Hobby Lobby. And then I have a couple of white panels. These are just about 3 inches wide, and then they are cut to the same height as my mat. And then I created my own red glitter paper. To do this, I just took a piece of my scrap paper. This is basil of some kind. I'm not sure what the exact color is. I took my embossing ink pad and I just smushed it all the way across my paper. And then I just picked up this one. It's Recollections Sparkle Embossing Powder in Glitz. And I just sprinkled it all over and heat embossed it. And now it has this nice shimmer. I'm not sure if you can see it or not, but it's really glittery and it doesn't rub off. So I really like that. Okay, so after I did that, I cut down some 1/4 inch strips, just 3 of them. I think I'm also going to be using this glitter tape. This is also from Recollections. I just got it on the clearance rack, so I'm going to use that. You can do that same technique though, just on white paper to make your own white glitter. Alright, so we'll get started. I'm going to kind of set everything to the side, and we're going to work on these panels that are going to be our statement piece. I know I want to take a couple of these ornaments. Ooh, I just peeled off a whole bunch. Oops. And then I'm just going to play around with the placements of them and see kind of where I want them to go on here. Okay, so I've kind of figured out my placements for this first one, and I think I want it to go kind of just like this. I'm going to have this long one also be over here, so I'm going to have to stamp it twice, but that is okay. So I'm just going to put this back over here where I want it. And then I'm going to use my Fisker stamp press, and I'll just pick them up. It's going to pick up everything else with it too, but that's okay. I'm just going to peel these off. They were just kind of placeholders for me. Okay, I'm going to be embossing these. I want them to be in like silver, because you know how like the little Christmas balls, they hang from those silver hooks. So I have some Recollections detail embossing powder in silver. I'm going to use my Ink and Inkajou, I think it's called the Embossing Buddy, or the Magic Powder Bag. So I'm just going to rub that over to decrease the static. And then I'm going to use my Ranger Emboss It ink pad. And I'm going to ink that up. And then I'll just line this back up again, and I'll press it down. Okay, I'll make sure I give it a good press. Alright. I'm going to pull in just a piece of scrap paper, and I'll sprinkle on some of this embossing powder. Oh man, that went everywhere. So let me get that cleaned up, and then I'm just going to emboss this. Alright, so I have all 3 of my pieces stamped and embossed here. I'm going to start with this circle here. I'm going to do that one all the way over on the left, and that is going to be, let's see, I have a couple Studio Calico ink colors. I have Clean Slate, Well Red, and Purple Rain, and I think I want to do that one all the way over on the left. in my clean slate color. So I'm just going to ink that up. And I'm going to stamp this onto all 3 of my pieces. The key to making multiple cards quickly is to do one step at a time. So like I did all my embossing for each card. Now I'm doing all of this one bulb for each card. I'm sorry if my head got in the way. Okay, now I'm moving on to this. It's the smallest one here. And that one is going to be done in the Purple Rain ink. So once again, I'll ink that up. And I'm going to stamp all of them in this purple color. And lastly, I'm taking the biggest ornament and I'm going to be inking that up in Well Red ink. Alright, so I have all my ornaments done. I added some white embossing using some of the little ornament decorations from the stamp set. And now I think it's time to move on to our sentiment. So like I said before, I'm going to use Mama Elephant's Believe in the Magic. And I'm going to do Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. So I know I want Christmas to be right down at the bottom here. That's going to take up the entire width of this piece. And I'm actually going to cut this stamp in half, and it doesn't hurt the stamp at all. All I do is I take it and I pull, and then I cut where I want to, and I'm cutting right in between yourself and a merry little, so I can have it be 2 lines. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And I'm just going to stamp and emboss these in the same silver embossing powder. I'm going to do that on each one of these. Okay, so now I want to start assembling my cards. And I'm going to kind of go against my own rule of doing the same step for each card because I want to show you guys how to completely put this together. I'm putting a generous amount of adhesive on the back of my piece here because we did a lot of embossing and so it's a little bit warped. So I'm just going to give that a good press. And then next I want to add a piece of this glitter tape. So I'm just going to cut off an approximation here. And like I said, it is tape, so at least with this one you just have to peel off the backing. Okay. And then I'm just going to adhere that right down, butted up against the side of this. And any of the excess, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to fold it over. And then next I want to take my red glitter paper and I'm going to adhere that on top of part of the glitter tape because I don't want the whole width to be showing. And then there's just a little extra piece at the bottom. I'll just trim that off. Then I'm going to do that for all of my cards. Alright, so I have all those little strips adhered, and I also adhered the whole piece to the card base, and now I'm going to take some embellishments. I have these enamel dots from Recollections, and they're actually Halloween, but I think these silver ones are going to work really nicely with the card. So I'm going to use a couple of these, and I made a mistake with my embossing powder up here. I got a little piece where it wasn't supposed to go, so that's no problem. I'm just going to cover it up with an enamel dot. Okay, so I think that one looks good. I also have some of these pearls, also from Recollections. I bought them a while back, but I think they're still available. They come in a whole bunch of different shapes, well not shapes, but sizes. So I really like them. I'm going to use these on this one here. Okay, so there's those. And then I'm deciding if I want to leave one plain. I think I will. you guys let me know which one you like best. So here was my original one, and with this one I added like this ribbon. I had this star here, and then I don't know if you can tell, but I used more of the clear embossed glitter powder that I used on this. I put some of that on these, on the ornaments there. So that was my original one, and it took me a little bit longer because of the bow and everything. So I wanted to simplify it a little bit, so I did these ones. So let me know which one you like best, if you like the one, no embellishments with the enamel dots or with the pearls. Leave me a comment on YouTube or my blog and let me know. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up on YouTube. That lets them know that you like to see more of my videos. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.